The Bible absolutely never identifies the serpent from the Garden of Eden as Satan. And no, Revelation 12 and 20 are not exceptions. Hey everybody, I'm Dan McClellan. I'm a scholar of the Bible and religion. The fit for this video is Metropolitan State University. Go Roadrunners. The identification of the serpent from the Garden of Eden as Satan is a post-biblical innovation. But it happened soon enough after the completion of the Bible that it is very deeply embedded in the Christian tradition. And so it's hard for people to look back at the Bible through those interpretive lenses without feeling like that connection is just natural. It is just presupposed by folks. But when we compare the imagery from the serpent in the Garden of Eden with the imagery from Revelation 12 and 20, the only connection that exists is one single word, and that's the word ophis, serpent. There are multiple connections with another figure from the Hebrew Bible. In Revelation 12 and 20, Satan, the devil, is described as a great, red, seven-headed, ancient serpent and dragon who fell from the heavens, who brought a third of the stars of heaven down to earth, and who will be chained and bound in darkness for 1,000 years awaiting judgment. Now, there's only one other figure in all the Hebrew Bible that is identified as both a serpent and a dragon in the exact same verse, and that's Leviathan in Isaiah 27:1. In the Hebrew, it says, Adonai will punish Leviathan the wriggling serpent, Leviathan the twisting serpent. He will kill the monster that is in the sea. Now, the author of Revelation was reading the Septuagint, the ancient Greek translation. And in the ancient Greek translation, Leviathan is translated as dragon, drakon. And Leviathan in Isaiah 27:1 is called the wriggling serpent, the twisting serpent, the dragon that lives in the sea. So just in calling Satan a serpent and a dragon, we already have twice the connections with Leviathan that we do with the serpent from the Garden of Eden. But there's more. Satan is a seven-headed dragon. Now, Isaiah 27:1 doesn't say anything about multiple heads, but Isaiah 27:1 is quoting a much earlier Northwest Semitic tradition that we see also quoted in the Baal cycle, where it quotes word for word parts of this. Now, the word Leviathan is litan in Ugaritic, and it says Baal killed litan, the wriggling serpent, the twisting serpent, the dragon with 7 heads. So the tradition of Leviathan having 7 heads pre-exists the Bible for many centuries and is also elsewhere in the Bible. Because we can go to Psalm 74, 12 through 19, where it says, Adonai crushed the plural heads of Leviathan. And those verses are about the imposition of order on chaos and the monsters that were symbolic of primordial chaos. And this is what affects the creation. God divides the seas in these passages. God puts the luminaries in the heavens in these passages. This is about overcoming chaos to create the earth. Leviathan was defeated before the creation of the earth. Leviathan is older than the serpent from the Garden of Eden. So when it says in Revelation 12 that Satan is that ancient serpent, Leviathan is more ancient than the serpent from the Garden of Eden. But if we understand the author of Revelation to be interpreting Leviathan through an Enochic lens, there are even more connections, because 1 Enoch 86 has Enoch say, I looked to the heavens and I saw a star fall from the heavens. And then a couple verses later it says, other stars descended and fell to join the first star. This has to do with Satan falling from heaven and then bringing a third of the stars of heaven with them. And elsewhere in the book of Enoch, the punishment for this great head malevolent angel who is identified as Satan by the time of the New Testament is that they will be bound and they will be imprisoned in darkness awaiting their judgment. So Satan, as described in Revelation 12 and 20, is only connected with the serpent from the Garden of Eden in the word serpent, but it's connected to Leviathan in the ancient serpent and dragon, and it's connected to an Enochic interpretation of Leviathan through the notion that Satan fell from the skies, that Satan brought the stars of heaven with them, that Satan would be bound and chained in darkness awaiting judgment. Revelation 12 and 20 identifies Satan and the devil as Leviathan, not as the serpent from the Garden of Eden.